edification. Mr. Uriel, you have the floor, sir.
All right, Mr. Francis, I celebrate you this evening. Sorry, you're not seeing my face. I'm actually on the road driving. I just parked now. Thank you so much, Mr. Francis. I celebrate you. Mr. Clive Johnson did a whole lot to put this call together. I super appreciate you. Mr. Tavares, we're so excited to have you live here. Your busy schedule, traveling around the world, and exposing and training on this awesome tool that God has given you the wisdom to create, called the T Cup and the Gold Cup. And with your busy schedules, you're able to create time for Nigerian. We are grateful. We appreciate you so much. We followed you on the IML TV. We followed you, your trainings. We are super excited to have you here. We know it's going to be awesome. We're learning. Thank you so much for being on the call. Mr. Francis, thank you so much. We appreciate every leader on the call.
Thank you so much, Mr. Uriel, phenomenal leader, chairman leader. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you so much for the work and the input you put out to ensure that we have an increasing architecture. Mr. Mayo, I want, if you have Mr. Clive Johnson on the call, please, we'd like to put him up. We're excited about what is happening. We can't hold it back. We just want to let it out. You have Mr. Clive Johnson actually put out this call, made this happen, and eventually put out the call, and without any resistance, we have Mr. Lisaldo say, let's make it happen for Nigeria. Let's make it happen for Africa. We celebrate you. I want Mr. Ido Folari on the call, please. You have Mr. Clive Johnson or Mr. Ido Folari on the call. Okay, said, give me a few minutes. Is Mr. Ido Folari on the call? Mr. Clive said, give me a few minutes. Mr. Ido Folari on the call, please. Mr. Ido Folari on the call, please. Samayawa. Samayawa, please, is Mr. Ido Folari on the call? Okay, Mr. Clive said he will come after he's finished. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Clive. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you so much for the spirit of leadership. And thank you so much for what you do to ensure that we all win here in this space. We appreciate you, Mr. Clive. Thank you so much. We sincerely appreciate you from the depth of our heart. Now, if Mr. Ido Folari could actually come later, guys, I want everyone to ensure that we get this room packed. We have about 500 people on the call tonight. About 500 people on the call tonight. Let's raise the roof. This call is going to be will be on broadcast on YouTube. Now, for those who can join this call, ensure you take the link. We're going to be sending it out on YouTube. Everyone is meant to be on this call. Nobody will be left out. Okay, Mr. Ido is on the call. Samaya, please, can you get Mr. Ido Folari on the call, please? Samaya, please, can you get Mr. Ido Folari on the call? Guys, while we do that, please, can you ensure you let everyone in your team know the call is about to start? We're trying to buy time because once it gets started, we don't want anyone to miss out on this call. Please get everyone on your groups, on your platform to join this call. This is an IML Nigeria call. Everyone should plug to this call. We have over 500 people. Now we're pursuing minimum 1,000 people on this call tonight. Minimum 1,000 people on the call tonight. Everyone should get your groups, your leaders, everyone in your group to be on the call. Now, Mr. Mayowa, please, can you do that in a minute? We need Mr. Ido Folari to be on this call. Okay, while we do that, he could actually come later, just like Mr. Clive Johnson. Mr. Lisaldo, we celebrate you. Thank you so much for what you do. I sincerely celebrate the leadership you represent. We sincerely appreciate you so much. And okay, Mr. Mayowa left. Let's see if I can get him on the call. Just a minute, sir. Mayowa, please, ID what?
I'm bringing him up now.
Samayawa IT_Foley@yahoo.co.uk, please.
I have him on the call. I have him.
Fantastic, fantastic. Mr. Idofolari, we celebrate you. We can't wait to start. We give respect to whom respect is due. We have Mr. Lisaldo on the call, a phenomenal leader, a trader, and the inventor of a good cup, teacup on the call tonight. Mr. Ido, over to you, sir.
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, super excited about this call here tonight. First and foremost, I want to celebrate you, Mr. Francis, for the effort you put together to ensure that this call holds here tonight. I equally want to celebrate all the leadership, Mr. Hurel. I celebrate you, Mayowa, fantastic job there, and all other leadership that are on this call. Nigeria, I'm in Nigeria. This is a great one for us. I want to celebrate everyone. I want you to know that this is a good one for us here to have Mr. Lisaldo Tavares to host us tonight on this amazing product that we just released called the teacup here. What I want everyone to do is to see this as a stepping stone for you in your business. Now, we know that our company has one primary objective, to see that every now and then we come up with new opportunity for our people, new products to ensure that everyone really maximize the largest financial market in the world today. Now, that is what tonight's call is all about here tonight. If you are not yet informed other people in your call, I want you to do that, because tonight's call is not going to leave you the same. Everyone get on this call, pick your pen, pick your biro, and start to take note on what tonight's call is all about. I guarantee you, at the end of this call, you have something to celebrate here. Mr. Francis, I want to celebrate Mr. Lisaldo for his continuous support on all IML team and ensuring that Nigeria, African market is not left behind. It's a great one to have you here tonight. We celebrate you. I equally want to celebrate everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited. I'm super happy to be on this call. I look forward to the end of this meeting, me seeing my trading going to the next level. Thank you very much for having me on this call. I hand over back to you, Mr. Francis.
Thank you so much, Mr. Idofolari, phenomenal leader. We celebrate the leadership you represent in Nigeria and for Nigerians. Thank you so much. Mr. Lisaldo Tavares, we celebrate you. You have the floor. You know how to do it, simplifying the process and ensuring that everyone wins. I roll over the table over to you. Thank you so much. We can't appreciate you enough. You have the floor, sir.
The room is maxed out.
Yeah, the room is maxed out right now. We have over 500 people.
Yes, I've dropped a link on the leadership group so we can rebroadcast to our other groups on YouTube, so people can connect from YouTube.
Okay, Chairman, we have a link on the leadership group because the link is actually maxed out right now. We can only take 500 people. So the link is on the Chairman leadership group. Can we send it to all our groups and get them to join on YouTube? And the same call is going to be simultaneous on YouTube right now. Mr. Lisaldo, thank you so much. You have the floor. Celebrate you, sir.
Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys. Listen, I'm on your time, so if you want to give a few seconds for everybody to get on the YouTube, it's no. I'm here for you guys. Time is up. It's not a problem. So I'll give you guys some time to get people on the YouTube. Don't worry about it. I'm not going nowhere. I'm on your time. So go ahead. Give some people some time to get on the YouTube. I'm right here. I'm not going nowhere. So I'm going to give it back to you so you get some time, because I want everybody to hear these nuggets. Everybody to get on this call, because this call is going to be amazing. It's going to be life-changing. And I want people to understand their strategy, understand how to use this scanner. So don't worry about it. I'm here. No rush. I'm going to kick it back to you, and you let me know when everybody's on and I can get on. I'm right here. Don't worry about it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lisaldo. Sincerely appreciate you. Leaders, let's get everyone to get the YouTube link. We'll do that in the next 3 minutes. I will hand over to Mr. Lisaldo Tavares. So in 3 minutes, let's pass out the link on YouTube to all our teammates. This room is maxed out. We can't take more than the number we have on the group platform right now.
Hello, Mr. Francis.
Yes, sir.
Please, in which of the groups did Mr. Mayowa post the YouTube link? I've looked for it on the chairman's group. I didn't see it.
It's on the chairman's group. It's on the chairman's group, sir.
Nigerian chairman's group?
Yes, sir.
I just posted there now asking you where.
Okay, I think it hasn't dropped yet, but I've sent it already. It will drop now, sir.
Okay, kindly repost it again so we can forward.
Okay.
So I'm sending it to you directly now, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Francis.
Yes, sir. So leaders will have 3 minutes to do this. The next 60 to 120 seconds to get started. Let's ensure that we pass out all the platforms. Let the group go around. We have the link right now. You watch the same thing on YouTube. We don't want anyone to miss out right about now. Guys, let's get this done. The room is maxed out completely, but let's use the YouTube link to get on this call. So we have the next few minutes to do this. Let's get it done, guys. Lisaldo is here for us. You heard him say it. He said, I'm here to ensure that everyone gets this information. Super excited. A true leader with a heart of gold. We celebrate you, sir. Okay, great, Mr. Mayowa. While we wait and ensure everybody gets on the call, I believe Mr. Clive Johnson is on this call. Mr. Clive Johnson, a phenomenal leader, reached out to Lisaldo Tavares and ensured that this call happened. I got across and made this call happen, initiated the call, got across to Lisaldo and made this call happen. It's a privilege to have him as an upline, as a chairman leader. He's a phenomenal leader, a chairman producer. Mr. Clive Johnson, we celebrate what you do. We celebrate what you represent as a leader. Thank you so much for being the leader you are. Mr. Clive Johnson, over to you, sir.
All right. Listen, guys, I'm just coming from church, so forgive my little lateness. But anyway, I want to take this time out to thank Mr. Lisaldo to take this opportunity out of his busy schedule to really get on this call with us. I really celebrate him. This is a gentleman that grew up in the same neighborhood that I grew up in New York City, and we can tell you how rough that place is. But here we are today with this great opportunity. I also want to take the time out to, give a big congratulations to Mr. Francis, what he's doing, and Mr. Uriel, Mr. Mariwa, to all the leaders, all the chairman leaders out there that's doing their thing. I just want to take the time out to big up all the leaders. There's a lot more leaders. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anyone. If I do, forgive me. But for all the chairman leaders out there, but I'm fired up. I'm pumped up. Because here's the deal, guys. This opportunity is going to transcend so many people's life. And at the same token, when you look at what they're doing with the teacup, and when you combine the educational platform with the teacup platform, it is ridiculous what's going to take place. Mr. Lisaldo is educating a lot of people on how to utilize the teacup. And all I can say to you guys, use this moment, use this opportunity, not just to see the information, but to learn the information. Because this information is going to transcend many people's life around the world, not only your life, but many people's life. So Mr. Lisaldo, Mr. Francis, to all the chairmen on this group, Mr. Uriel, Mr. Mariwa, Idu, all the other guys out there, to Mr. Popula who's coming up there, Platinum 5000, Ms. Buki Oshua, to all these leaders that are popping up, that's coming up, all the future chairmen, Pastor Matthew, guys, this is your time, this is your moment, this is your opportunity. Let's take it to the next level. With that being said, God bless, and I want to sit back and learn myself with Mr. Tavares. Go ahead, my brother, take it away. One love, East New York in the house.
What's going on? Thank you, Clyde. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so you guys are ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Everybody's ready?
We're ready.
All right, so let me share my screen. I'm going to start with the Gold Cup app. Is that okay? Start there?
Good. Good.
Okay. Okay, so let me ask you guys real quick, because you guys are hosting this. Do you want me to first start teaching the teacup strategy or go straight into Gold Cup and do that second? Which one you guys want me to do first, so I can, how you want me to do it?
Teacup.
Teacup.
So you want me to teach the strategy first?
Teacup first.
Okay. Okay, so let me share my, okay, so let me go here. That's no problem. Let me share my screen. Okay, does everybody see my screen here? Put a 1 if you see my screen. Put a 1 if you see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's it. Okay, so let's go. All right, so thank you guys for being on. Thank you to all the leaders from Nigeria. Thank you to Clive. I really appreciate this. I mean, you guys are really doing me the favor, not me doing you guys a favor. Just giving me this platform to teach this and spread the word through Nigeria, through Africa. It's just, I'm so grateful and humbled. And I'm just excited to be here. You don't understand. I had told all my friends today, I'm going to be on the biggest call ever. My name is going to be in Africa. It's going to be in Nigeria. And it was so exciting for me to be on this call because, you know, I'm going to travel over there next year, top of next year, and I'm going to spend a lot of time out there, and I want to impact as many people's lives as I can. So I thank you guys. I really, really appreciate you guys asking me to be on, and you know, let's get this started. So the teacup strategy, right? So there are 4 steps. There are 4 steps. There's 4 steps on the teacup strategy, right? So we're gonna go through the 4 steps right now. All right, let me hold on. Let me make this name. So there's 4 steps to the teacup strategy, right? Step number 1. Step number 1 when you're looking for a teacup. Step number 1 is identifying the bullish candlestick followed by the bearish candlestick, right? The bullish candlestick, which is right here, is blue on my screen. That's the bullish candlestick. The next candlestick you want to identify is the bearish candlestick, right? So now you want them to be, you're not worrying about the wick. Let's not worry about the wick. That does not matter at this moment. When you're looking for the bullish and bearish candlestick, you want them to be basically even at the top, right? Where they close, basically even. Bullish and bearish candlestick, right? Those are the first steps. That's step number 1 to identifying the teacup. Step number 2 to identifying a teacup pattern, which I will place an arrow, is the third candle, right? We need this third candle right here, which is your confirmation candle for the setup, right? To be either a lower low or a lower high. In this instance, it's a lower low, right? This candle is the third candle. We need it to be either a lower low or a lower high. In this example here, it's a lower low. I will look for a lower high. So okay, perfect. I found a lower high for you. So after I show you this, I'll show you a lower high. So bullish, bearish, right? These 2 candles right next to each other, basically even at the top, followed by the third candle, which is your confirmation candle, it being a lower low or lower high, right? So now once you get those first 2 steps, you go on to step number 3. What is step number 3? Step number 3 is placing your resistance line or your teacup line at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick, right? Step number 3 is getting your resistance line and placing it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick, right? So step number 1, identifying the bullish and bearish candlestick. Make sure you take notes because earners are note takers, right? Before you can earn, you put the L in front. You need to learn before you can earn. So note takers are earners. So make sure you're taking these notes, right? So first step, bullish and bearish candlestick. Identifying the bullish and bearish candlestick. Second step, identifying the third candle, which is either going to be a lower low or lower high, right? That's the second step. Sorry, the second step. Third step is coming over here, either on your trading view, getting the horizontal line, or on your MT4 platform, and placing it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick. So let me give you this right here. Let me put this first arrow right here, right? Now, once you place the resistance line on the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick, your last step is basically your sell limit price. So what is your sell limit price? Well, whatever number this resistance line gives you, which in this instance is 0.99305, which I'll write it down. Sell limit price. Ooh, I have it at 20. Put it down a little bit. 14 is 0.99305, right? So once you place your resistance line on the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick, that in turn leads you into step number 4, which is basically your sell limit price, which you see right here. So now all you're doing, right, is waiting for your teacup to come around the trigger. So first step, bullish and bearish candlestick. Second step, which is the third candle, which is your confirmation candle, is identify if it's a lower low or lower high. Once you identify those first two steps, you come to your third step, take your resistance line, place it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick, which in turn leads you to your fourth step, right, which is your sell limit price. And all you're doing is waiting for it to come back around and trigger like it did here. That's it. There's 4 steps to this simple strategy. 4 steps. Step number 1, identifying the bullish and bearish candlestick together. Step number 2, identifying the third candle, which is your confirmation candle for the teacup, which has got to be either a lower low or lower high. In this instance, it's a lower low. Then your third step is going and placing your resistance line at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick. And then that leads you into your fourth step, which is your sell limit price. And after that, all you're doing is a waiting game, is a patient game, waiting for it to come back around and trigger like it did here. It triggered right here on that candle. And then voila, pip heaven. How many pips did this give you? It gave you 34 pips. Now, if you would have followed it all the way down, it would have gave you 73 pips. Is that something that everybody on this call understands? How easy this is? Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
So
Yes,
now,
we do.
your take profit for the 1 hour teacup, your take profit for the 1 hour teacup is 25 pips. That's what we're looking for. Your stop loss is always going to be 30 pips. Let me write this down somewhere here. Stop loss, always 30 pips. So no matter what time frame, stop loss is always 30 pips. Whether you catch a teacup on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, the monthly, the weekly, your stop loss is always going to be 30 pips no matter what time frame, right? So stop loss is 30 pips above your sell limit price. Stop loss is 30 pips above your sell limit price. So let's go over the steps again. Your first step is identifying the bullish and bearish candlestick together, like this example right here. Second step, identifying the third candle, which is this candle right here, which is either going to be a lower low or lower high candle. Your fourth step is coming over here, taking your horizontal line and placing it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick. That leads you into your fourth step, which is basically giving you your sell limit price. Once you place your third step, which is this resistance line, that gives you your fourth step, which is your sell limit price at 0.99305. Now, there's one exception, right? If one of these first two candles, your bullish and bearish candlestick, has a wick, which is, everybody should know what a wick is, of more than 15 pips from the body, then you're going to place this resistance line in the middle, in between the top of the wick and the body of the candlestick. So if either one of these two candlesticks, your first two candlesticks, has a wick of 15 pips and above 15 pips from the body, then what you're going to do is you're going to place your resistance line in between the body and the top of the wick, in the middle. So that's the rule, right? So step number 1 is identifying the bullish and bearish candlestick. Step number 2 is identifying the third candle, which is a bullish, which is a lower low, lower high. That right there gives you a confirmation to go to step number 3, which is taking a resistance line, placing it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick, which in turn gives you your sell limit price, which is step number 4. And all you're doing is waiting for it to come back around. All I did with this example here, right? All I did was once I placed my sell limit, once I see this candle close, I place my sell limit, I place my resistance line, then my sell limit. All I'm doing is waiting for it to come back around. Boom, trigger, and there it goes. There it goes. Now, I take 2 teacups per sell limit zone, right? It has to be 15. If it's more than 15 pips, you place your resistance line in between the body and the top of that wick. Has to be more than 15 pips though. So let me give you an example, right? Where I take 2 teacups per zone, right? So let's just say this is the first teacup. Put this right here. This is your first teacup. This is number 1, right? This is number 1. Now, once you hit take profit on your first teacup, this is the first teacup, bullish, bearish, lower low, resistance line, sell limit, came back around, boom, trigger, right? First teacup, right, boom, first teacup. This is your first teacup. Dropped, gave you your pips, right? I gave you your pips. Cool. Once it hits your take profit, the first thing you should be doing is once it hits your take profit, placing a second sell limit for this exact price. 0.99305. Once you out the first teacup and take profit, you should be placing right away the second sell limit at that same price, 0.99305. We understand this? Everybody understands? Everybody understands where we at right now with this? Does everybody up to this point, everybody understands?
Got it, brother. Got it.
Okay. So once you take profit from your first teacup, right, at 0.99305, you take profit, you're excited, you're happy, you know, you're calling your mother up, we're gonna buy you a brand new house, mom, I just said take profit. That's fine. But then you're gonna real quick place another sell limit for that same exact price again, 0.99305. Because when it comes back around, it triggers again. Boom. It triggers again. And then you're going to go take your 25 pips once again. This gave you 26 pips. So as soon as you out the first teacup, and you take profit, you're placing sell limit for your second one. When it comes back around again, sell limit triggers, boom, another 25 pips because you're on the hourly time frame. So another 25 pips. And this is all I do. I use 2 strategies, which I'll show you the other one in a minute. So this is what I do. Get them on the first teacup, get my take profit, place another sell limit once I'm on the first teacup and take profit, wait for it to come back around, trigger again. But as you're waiting for this big teacup right here, right, to come back around, right, as you're waiting for this teacup right here to come back around, we have teacups within teacups. For example, bullish, bearish, lower low. Bullish, bearish, lower low. So wait, hold on. That's a teacup right there, right? Bullish, bearish, lower low. Everybody see that? Bullish, bearish, lower low. Is that not a teacup? Put a 1 if that's a teacup. Put a 1 if that's a teacup. That's a teacup, right? So what are we gonna do? Let's go through the steps again. First step, identifying a bullish and bearish candlestick that are basically even at the body, which I identify here. Second step is identifying the third candle, which is either going to be a lower low, lower high, which this is a lower low. So let me go to my third step. Let me take my horizontal line, place it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick. And that leads me to my sell limit price, step number 4, which is 0.99217. Now, what happens when you place your sell limit and you're waiting for it to come back around? What happened when it came back around? What happened when it came back around? What happened? Not the same size. It should be the same at the top, the body right here. Top of the body, not the body size, the top of the body. It triggered, right? That's what it did. What happened when it triggered? What did it do when it triggered?
He gave you 25 pips.
Came down. Gave you 36 pips. So, and yes, I saw that, and I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that for you guys for the 4 and the 50. So it triggered and went down 25 pips. It triggered, went down. So as I was waiting for my second teacup at this price, 99305, I had a teacup within this big teacup right here. Now, yes, the 4 and the 50 cross, which is the other strategy I use. And for the people who've been following my strategy, they know when the 4 and the 50 cross up, the nearest teacup we don't take. But notice how the 4 and the 50 was going up and then it crossed back down. Right? 4 and the 50 cross started heading back down. So once I saw the loop, that gives me my confirmation for this teacup. Because this was a fake out. Now, if it continued to go straight up, I will not be taking this teacup because it looped around. And I know because I actually took this teacup myself. So once I see it starting looping back around, I know, okay, it's faking me out. So this teacup is valid. Now, if it's continued to go straight up, if this 4 moving average is continue to go straight up, I know this teacup I'm not taking. I'll still wait for my teacup up here. Right? So, yes, there's another teacup with another teacup. This is a teacup right here. And this is actually a great example of a lower high. Bullish, bearish, this candle is a lower high. That means that this candle is a lower high, is lower. The high on this candle is lower than the previous high candle, which is this blue candle right here. The high in this candle is lower than its previous highest candle, which is this bullish one right here. So I'll get to the 4 and the 50. So this is a good example of a bullish, bearish, lower high. You come here, teacup, bullish, bearish, lower high, came back around, triggered. But what happened? You got your 25 pips. Got 34. Got your 34 pips off this. But then it faked you out because it looked like it was going to come back down and then shot back up and boom, shot all the way up. The second teacup here would have hit stop loss. Came up here. You would have took this teacup because it faked you out going back down. You would have hit this one. Came back up again. came back up again. You see when it comes up again like this, and you see the separation, then you don't want to take this teacup. You're just still waiting for your secondary teacup, which is up here. That hits, drops. The spread would have put you in this teacup just because of the spread. So what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to email Clive, and I'll let Clive email all the leaders there in Nigeria with the rules of the teacup. So the steps and the rules of the teacup. So after this session, I will send him the rules on the teacup. But if you understand the fundamentals of trading, you'll understand the strategy. Because what I'm gonna do, let me erase everything. So this chart could be naked. Okay, if you're looking at this, bare naked, right? After what I taught you, and even the people who still haven't gotten it, I'll go over it again. Let me zoom in a little bit. So right here, we have a bullish and bearish candlestick. You see the top is basically even. That's what I'm looking for. At the top, I'm not worried about the wick. I'm worried about the body of the top is even. The bodies of the top is basically even. That's fine. Could be off an inch or two. That's fine. It's no big deal. So bullish, bearish candlestick. Now this third candlestick, count them. 1, 2, 3. The third candlestick has to be a lower low or a lower high. What's a lower low? That this candlestick closed lower than the previous low candlestick, which it did. Closed here, this one closed over here. Opened over here. Sorry, opened over here. So bullish, bearish, lower, low. This candle is lower than the previous candle. Okay. That right there is my setup for the teacup. That's the setup that I've been looking for. Bullish, bearish, lower low, or lower high. In this instance, is a lower low. Bullish, bearish, lower low. Okay, cool. I see that. Let me come up here where it says draw a horizontal line. Place this at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick. Right? Place it in the body. I'm going to place it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick. Just like right here. Bullish, bearish, lower low. Okay, that looks like a teacup. Let me take my horizontal line, place it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick. So now, all I'm doing is once I see the bullish, bearish candlestick, third candle, confirmation candle is a lower low or lower high. I'm coming here, getting my resistance line and placing it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick, in turn, giving me my sell limit price, which is 99,308. 99,308. So once I have that, all I'm doing is waiting for these candles to come back up whenever it comes back up to trigger my sell limit price at 99,308. And now I'm in a trade. Now in the trade, my teacup is active. And all I'm waiting for it once it's active is to come down and hit my take profit of 25 pips. That's what I'm doing. It's sell limits. Bullish, bearish, lower low. That's your confirmation. Take your resistance line, place it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick. Wait for it to come back around. It triggers here. And there goes your drop of your 25 pips. Yeah, I'm going to give you the 4 and the 50 rules right now. Let me just finish this right here. So all we're doing is waiting for it like a cup to come back around. Boom, and trigger. Bullish, bearish, lower low. Let me take my horizontal line, place it at the body, gives me my sell limit price. And just once I have my sell limit, wait for it to come back around to trigger. Triggered here, there goes your drop. Same thing here, bullish, bearish, lower low. Okay, that's a teacup setup. Let me take my horizontal line, place it at the body of the bullish and bearish candlestick, and then I'm just gonna wait for it. Wait for it to come back around. Whenever it comes back around, it comes back around. Came back around here and then dropped. That's all I'm doing when it comes to the teacup strategy. So now I'm going to show you the 4 and the 50 EMAs, right? And you might not get the teacup today, but as you keep, I know this Zoom should be recorded. So as you study the Zoom, you'll catch it really fast. Trust me when I tell you, you'll catch it really fast. So the 4 and the 50. So this is the 4 moving average. It's a simple moving average. Write that down, screenshot it, whatever you want to do. The 4 moving average, simple. Okay, the 50 moving average. Exponential, exponential. The 50 moving average. Everybody got that? Everybody screenshot it. Everybody, listen, if you're going to do the teacup strategy, you have to have these 2 moving average. You have to have these 2 moving averages if you're going to do the teacup strategy. Very important. First one, okay, this is the 50 moving average. Everybody got this one? So I'll go back to the first one real quick. Everybody has this one? Four moving average, simple, yes. Take a picture of it, do what you need to do. Okay, let's go back to the 4 real quick. Yes, we're doing all that. Don't worry, we got you covered today. We got you covered today. So this is the 4 moving average, is simple. All right, so we got that. So let me show you a good 4 and 50 moving average, right? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. So this is gold and the dollar. Oh, this is my Instagram. I am Lisaldo Tavares. Follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you guys back. This is my YouTube channel, Lisaldo Tavares. I am Lisaldo Tavares is my Instagram, right? So the 4 and the 50 moving average. When the 4 moving average, which dictates everything, right? The 4 moving average is the king on the chessboard. The 50 moving average is the queen on the chessboard. So the 4 is going to dictate the movement, right? When it comes to these moving averages. When the 4 crosses the 50 on its way up, and you have short confirmation like this, you see how it's just, the 4 is just going all the way up, right? But when you see a separation between the 4 and the 50, right? You want to do a market execution buy. I don't understand your question of what part of the wave should we always pick our teacups. I don't understand. So when the 4 and the 50 cross, like it did here, you want to buy, right? You want to buy. You want to buy. And what you want to do is, when you buy it, you want to give yourself a stop loss of 20 pips wherever your market execution buy is at. Right? All these 25 pips. I like going 25 pips. Yeah, I wait usually when I take this. I wait until I see a little gap. When I see this gap right here, when I see a gap of separation, then I'll take it and see what happens. But this is the other strategy that I use. When this 4 moving average, which is right on my screen, crosses the 50, I'm going to do a market execution buy. Now, I've been doing this for so long that I'm okay with buying it, and if it loops back around and fakes me out and I lose, I'm okay with that. But most times I'm going to be profitable. So when the 4 moving average crosses the 50 on its way up, you want to buy, market execution buy. You want to come here and place a market execution buy right away. When the 4 crosses the 50 and you see some separation. Separation is that the 50 and the 4 have some separation between them, like this. Same example. When the 4 crosses the 50 on its way down, you want to sell. See a separation right here? You're like, okay, you know what? Let me sell it. It looks like it's starting to go down now. I saw right here at the separation, and I grabbed myself a quick 124, 125 pips. I'll sell right here at the separation. You see the separation when I have my crosshairs? You see how the 50 and the 4 are a little bit separated right there? This is the 4 hour. So the higher the time frame, when you catch a moving average crossing, the 4 or the 50, the more pips is going to go in that direction. So do you see where I have my crosshair, right? You see where I have it at, right? You see it right here. When I see this type of gap in between the 4 and the 50, either on the way up or down, like right here, when I see a gap like this, when I see this gap, when the 4 and the 50 cross, I see this type of gap, I'm going to buy and write it out. That was almost 300 pips on a buy. Right here was 125 pips on a sell. So this is another strategy that you can use. This is another strategy that you can use that can help you make money while you learn everything else. Again, right here, look. For example, right here. You see a gap, right? Right here. You see the gap with the 4 and the 50, they cross. You see a gap right here. Boom. But you want to take, honestly, you take profit. You know, you don't have to go all the way, but, you know, I say a good 30 pips, 35 pips. Good 30, 35 pips. Or take what you like. If you want to get 20 pips, 25 pips, you know, it's your account. When it comes to the 4 and the 50, you gotta have like a little bit of feel to it, and just figure out how many you want. If you know, like if it gets to a certain amount, you get out. I like to place my stop loss 20 pips under right? If I'm going to buy it, I want to take my stop loss 20 to 25 pips from where they cross under. Same thing. As far as when you sell it, you want to put it 20 to 25 pips over where they cross that. Oh, of course you could trade and take profit. You can do whatever you want. Of course you could trade and take profit. You could definitely trade and take profit. No, it's white on my chart. The 50 is orange on my chart. The 50 is orange on my chart. So this is another strategy you want to use. Now, yes, it's all currency pairs. Yes, of course. All currency pairs. Now, I have a rule when it comes to the teacup. It doesn't matter. As long as you apply the 450 moving average and you have it on your pairs, it's the same thing. Now, what I like to do, you can just use this strategy if you want. This is a strategy that you can use. You could just look for them to cross, and then take your buy or your sell, right? So I have a rule. When the 4 and the 50 cross and you see separation and you see that it's going up, right? The nearest teacup you don't want to take. The nearest teacup you don't want to take. When the 4 and the 50 cross on its way up and you see that it's starting to really go up, the nearest teacup, which would have been this one right here, after the 4 and the 50 cross, you're not going to take because it's going to go right past it. It's going to go right past your nearest teacup, right past it. And sometimes it might go past your second teacup if it's close enough. So when taking a teacup, even with the scanner, when the 4 and the 50 cross, the nearest teacup next to it, unless it loops back around and goes back down, you don't want to take that teacup. Right? You do not want to take that teacup. So right here, if I would have took this teacup, the second teacup of this, right? Because I got my first one, I got my pips. So now, the first one I got my pips, bullish, bearish, lower high, came back around, and the drop right here, I got my pips. So now I would have been here waiting for the second teacup right here. I would have been right here waiting for the second teacup. But once I see that this 4 moving average is moving up and is way separated from the 50, I know this teacup, the second one right here, I'm not going to take it. It's invalid. It's invalid. So these are some of the rules you need to know before you take the scanner when it comes to the teacup. The 2 things that can affect the teacup is news, because news can affect anything that you take, no matter what strategy you're trading, doesn't matter. News can affect anything, right? In the 4 and the 50 moving average when it's on its way up. See, in this example, the 4 and the 50 went up and started looping back around. So I know already, okay, let me take this one because it's starting to loop back around. But in this instance, it's just going straight up. It's going straight up, just going straight up. So I know this teacup I am not going to take. So I'm going to send Clive an actual presentation slideshow of my teacup strategy, where it goes through all the steps. It shows you your first and second teacup. It shows you the 4 and the 50. So I'm going to email this to Clive, and he's going to download it, and then he's going to disperse it to you guys. You guys are the only ones. Listen, I'm letting you know right now, I've been doing this presentation on this Gold Cup tour, right? And I've been showing this slideshow presentation on how to do the teacup strategy on the 4 and the 50. Nobody has gotten it. They've seen it if they've been live at my Gold Cup tour, but nobody's ever seen it on a Zoom, or nobody has access to it. So I'm giving it to you guys. You guys are the only ones that are gonna have access to this. So if it gets somewhere in London, if I see it in America, I know where it's coming from. It's coming from you guys. Because you guys are gonna be the ones that have access to it.
Thank you.
Lisaldo, I'm only gonna send it to the chairman leaders, so I know if it gets out, is it coming from the chairman leaders. I'm not giving it to nobody else. Only the chairman leaders I'm gonna send it to. That's it. That's it.
If this gets out, if it's in Dubai somewhere, I know it's coming from Nigeria.
We'll do our best. Thank you.
So that's going to help you guys with the rules. It has the basic rules of the teacup. It has examples. It has the slideshows where it tells you step number 1, then the next slideshow, step number 2, then step number 3. Then so it's gonna be easy for you guys to understand once you get this in your hands and the chairmans teach you guys this, right? So
thank you so much. We celebrate you. Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, my job is to progress and move it forward. So I want to move and change people's lives. So that's my part in this, right? So now we're going to go into the Gold Cup session, because the Gold Cup session is something that everybody's excited about. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to use the Gold Cup. Let me share my new screen. Okay, let me refresh this. Okay, perfect. Everybody can see my Gold Cup, right? Everybody can see my Gold Cup screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. Now, for the people who have been on Gold Cup from the beginning, when it actually was launched on September 25th, you know that from September 25th to now, there's been numerous changes to Gold Cup. Numerous changes. I've been every day implementing these changes on Gold Cup. So just understand that these changes that you see is a combination of me looking at this app every day and trying to make it the best innovative scanner ever, and making it easy for you guys to be successful when you take teacups. So all these changes comes from Lisaldo Tavares, nobody else, because this is my baby right here. So all these changes on the screen from the first day to now is all my ideas, and there's a couple of more coming. But let's go over the changes that we have right now, right? Let's go over the changes that we have right now. So we have the different color teacups up here, right? We have the different color teacups up here. The blue means future pending teacup. That means in the future, right? Let me see if I can find a blue teacup here. I can't find one here. Let me go to a pair that I might be able to find a blue teacup. Okay, this is perfect. Perfect. This is perfect right here. So the blue teacup signifies that in the future, this can be a sell limit price, sell limit entry, right? So I wanted to give you a look on also how to learn how to take teacups, because obviously this is a great teacup. Bullish, bearish, lower low. So that teaches you how to look for teacups, right? This blue one. The purple or pink, however you want to call it, is a pending teacup, pending activation. That means that whenever this is formed, a bullish and bearish candlestick, right? The teacup pattern is formed. And whenever it's 20 pips away from your sell limit price entry, this will be turned into a purple teacup like it is now. That's a purple teacup, pending activation. That means that At one point, it was 20 to 15 pips away from activation. So once you see that, right, you want to come in and place your sell limit price. And if you notice, when this app came out, when the scanner came out, it just said entry and it gave you a price. Now it says sell limit. So everybody can know that we take sell limits when it comes to teacups, because a lot of people was like, well, what we do at the entry? Some of them didn't even know that teacups are only sell limits. So I had them write sell limit to make it easier for you guys. So now you put your sell limit price, you put your stop loss, and you put your take profit. And all you're doing is waiting for this to come back around, right? Now, we have the gold teacups. When you see a gold teacup on your scanner screen, that means that that teacup already has triggered. It's already in motion. It's already in progress. It's already happening, right? So when you see a gold teacup, which I'll show you in a minute, that means that it basically has triggered. It's already in motion. It's already ongoing. The arrow that you see is, you're only going to see this arrow when you see a gold teacup. That's giving you that's showing you where the teacup triggered, what candlestick triggered your sell limit price and triggered your teacup, right? Cool. Now, on the side here, which you got to give it a couple of days for them to fix the glitches. When you see a purple teacup, that means that it's pending. So when you come here looking for teacups, right, you know which ones are pending. Okay, you know what? This one right here is pending. Let me look at it. Let me get my sell limit price and my entry price. Cool, right? Cool. So now for this example, because I went over it before, this example here, because I went over it before, you click on this one, it's a gold teacup that came out. Hold on. Oh no, it's actually, okay, cool. So cool. So you click on this one right here. You see here on the side, on the left-hand side, okay, you know you're close to your sell limit price. You see here that's pending. Click on it, get your sell limit price, get your stop loss, get your take profit. Cool. Come over here. Same thing with this one right here. Okay, you know it's pending because on the left-hand side here, on the pairs, it gives you the color. That means that it's pending. If you see a gold, that means it's already triggered. So this is pending. Come in here, get your sell limit price, get your stop loss, your take profit. Cool. Let's look for one that's triggered. This one right here has triggered. As you can see, this one has triggered. This one has triggered. The arrow that I told you is only going to come out when it's a gold teacup. This arrow is letting you know the time it triggered and the candlestick, the date and the time, which you see right here when you put your crosshairs, line it up, it tells you what candlestick triggered your teacup. So this candlestick at the 10th of October at 1600 time, I don't know what time is that, triggered your teacup. And as you can see, is almost at your take profit, right? No, I don't enter buys. I don't enter buys because you don't know when it's going to come back around. It might go up a little bit, but it might still go down before it even reaches your teacup sell limit. So I don't do that. That I don't do. So let's look at this one, right? This is a gold one. You see the arrow. Now remember, the teacups here on the left-hand side next to the currency pairs, right? The ones here on the left-hand side will have the colors of whatever the teacup is at. If it's pending, it'll be purple. If it's gold and triggered, it'll be gold. Now, some of them still have purple. For example, this one on the left-hand side has purple, which should be gold, because over here, it's already triggered. You see this? It already hit your take profit. But what happens is sometimes it takes 30 minutes for them to update the colors on the left-hand side. Right? So it takes 30 minutes for them to up, every 30 minutes is updating. So if it's still purple here, but gold on your screen, don't worry about it. They update it every 30 minutes. Hopefully by this week, they'll update it every 3 minutes. I tell people all the time, listen, a teacup can happen today, it can happen in minutes, it can happen tomorrow, it can happen in a week, weeks, a month. It's up to you to hold it for as long as you want to hold it for. Yes, I will do that. Let me get through this and I'll explain everything else. Let me go one by one. I got you, don't worry about it. So when you see a purple teacup here and it's going on your screen, don't freak out, because every 30 minutes is updating. So hopefully every 3 minutes of update, so the right colors will be on the left-hand side. So that's another change that I made, right? Now, another change that I made, as you can see now, you have the 4 and the 50 moving average on your screen, right? You have the 4 and the 50 moving average on your screen. So these colors right here, blue, that's a future teacup, blue, that's a future teacup. If you see a pending teacup like this one, right? Guys, this call is recorded, so don't worry about it. If you miss something, it will be recorded. You guys will get it. Right here is a purple teacup. That means it's pending, right? Once it hits your sell limit price and triggers, right? Once it hits your sell limit price and triggers, what's going to happen is your sell limit price, your take profit, and your stop loss is going to disappear from the screen once it triggers. Why is that? Because the scanner is changing the color wave. So once this triggers, and let's say it disappears on your scanner screen, don't freak out, because you're still going to be on the trade in your MT4 platform. So don't freak out. What the scanner is doing is changing colors from a pending teacup to a go teacup because it activated. Just like this right here. It's blue right now, right? It's blue right now. But once it gets close to your sell limit price, let's say 15 pips away, once it gets close, this blue teacup is going to turn purple now because it's pending activation, because it's close to your sell limit price. So that's what the scanner does. So don't freak out if something is missing. Don't freak out, right? So the 4 and the 50 has been added. This black moving average is your 4 moving average. This 50 is your, this blue moving average is your 50 moving average, right? So that's also been added to your scanner to help you with your decisions on your teacups. Because as we all know, when the 4 moving average crosses the 50 on its way up, we do not take the nearest teacup. We do not take the nearest teacup. So that's been put on your screen. Remember, the 4 is the simple moving average. That's the black moving average on the screen. That's the 4. That's the 4. The blue one here is the 50 moving average on your teacup screen, right? So another change that has been put into okay, so as far as the scanner is only going to give you the first teacup. I didn't want it to give you the second teacup because I didn't want to cause too much confusion. So it just gives you the first teacup that comes back around. I didn't want it to cause confusion. So it gives you the first teacup that comes back around. Right? So it gives you the first teacup that comes back around. So now you have the 4 and the 50 moving average on your screen. You have your sell limit to let you know it's a sell limit that we are taking. You have the pending future teacups, the different colors. No, the 4 moving average is simple. The 50 is exponential. 4 is simple, 50 is exponential. 4 is simple, which is the black one on your screen. 50 is exponential, which is the blue one on your screen. So up here, we got the future pending teacups, pending activation teacups, already triggered teacup, and your entry point. Once it actually triggers, you'll know the entry point, right? What candle actually triggered it, right? So, and then we also added here on the side the colors. So when you're scheming, when you're going through all these currency pairs, you know which ones to look at, right? Whether it's on the hour, the 4 hour, the daily, right? So you know what to look at because you look at the gold, you look at the purple. Remember, some of the purple, still click on them because they might be gold on your scanner because they haven't updated here on the side because it's every 30 minutes, right? But anyways, look through all of them. Don't look through, look through all the pairs. Regardless, look through all the pairs, right? So now we have that. So let's go to USD Swiss. Let's see right here what USD Swiss is doing. That actually triggered. That triggered. Almost hit your take profit. Did it hit your take profit? It did right here, but depending on your broker. So when a teacup hits take profit, you won't see that teacup anymore. It's going to be gone from your screen. Once it hits it take profit, it's going to be gone from your screen. If the black line is above the blue, we should ignore the next teacup that the scanner calls. Or if you have a teacup that you're about to call on your own. When the 4 moving average crosses the 50 on its way up and it gets some separation, the nearest teacup you do not take. I'm getting to that right now. So let me tell you about the things that we are adding to the scanner. So we added all this already. We added the 4 and the 50. We added all these, the color waves, the wording, so you can know what it is, the arrow. We added the color waves on the side. We added all that, right? No, you can find teacups on the 1 hour, 4 hour, and on the daily. That's what I use. So cool. So now we're adding the news notes. You see this? It says important news, no trades. Hopefully by tomorrow, there's going to be a clipboard either here on the side of the charts or somewhere here on your screen. It'll be up here that you could click on, right? You click on, and it's going to let you know what news is coming out for what pair. It's going to let you know for what currency pair, what news is coming out. So that's going to help you make it a better decision on taking that teacup with that pair if you know news is coming out on that pair. No, you do not trade the gold teacups. You only trade the purple ones. The purple ones are giving you your sell limit price. The purple teacups are giving you your sell limit entry with your stop loss and your take profit. The gold ones, that means that that teacup already has happened. So the gold one means the teacups already has happened. No, the blue teacup, there's a reason why I worded these for you guys. It says future. That means in the future, it can come up to the zone. It might not, but just letting you know that in the future, it might come up to that zone. And if it does come up to that zone, it will turn from blue to purple and be pending activation, right? So now, we're adding the news to every currency pair. Guys, you do what you want on that aspect. As far as if you want to enter on a go-to-market execution, I would advise you not to. But again, I don't control your account. There's 1,000 teacups. You don't have to. If you miss one, you can get the other one. It's no big deal, right? So basically, next to every pair, I think it's going to be next to every pair, there's going to be a news clipboard. And you're going to click on that, and it's going to give you the news on that currency pair. If there's news that day on that currency pair, it's going to let you know, listen, on NZD CAD, there's news on CAD in a couple of hours. Or there's news on NZD in a couple of hours or later on today. So now, before you take that teacup, you're gonna think twice because you're like, wait, hold on. There's news on this pair and maybe in a few hours. Right? So maybe I won't take it. How I trade my teacups for news? If news is between 1 and 3 hours, I'm not taking that teacup. If news is between 1 and 3 hours on one of those currency pairs with a teacup formed, I'm not taking the teacup. But if news is anywhere from 4 hours and up, I'll take the teacup because I have time, right? So let's say there's news in 5 hours on, let's say this is USD Swiss. So let's say there's news in 5 hours on USD. And my teacup has triggered, right? And my teacup is close to triggering. If it triggers, I'm okay with it because I got 5 hours to wait for that news. So if worst comes to worst and my teacup hasn't hit take profit, by the time the news comes out and I might be 10 or 15 pips in profit, I'm going to move my stop loss to my entry. So if God forbid the news takes me out, it takes me out breaking even. So understand that. That's how I trade news with my teacups. If news is within 1 or 3 hours, I'm not taking that teacup. I'm not. If news is within 4 to 8 hours on one of the two currency pairs, I'll take the teacup. That's not a problem. I'll take that teacup. So you're going to have this. You're going to have this also on the scanner. You're also going to have notes on the 4 and the 50. So when the 4 and the 50 do cross, you're going to have a pop-up that lets you know, listen, the 4 and the 50 cross, you might not want to take the nearest teacup. That's something else that's going to be added onto the scanner. Right? That's something else that's going to be added onto the scanner. Which is pretty cool. Right? That's going to be added onto the scanner. Yeah, okay, you can do that on your own. As far as taking the second teacup, once the first one has to take profit, you can take that. The scanner isn't going to give you that second teacup on that same selling price. Just letting you guys know. It's not going to give you that. You have to do that on your own. It's only giving you the first one. Right? So now you're going to have a pop-up when the 4 and the 50 cross. Letting you know, listen, with the 4 and the 50 cross, the nearest teacup, do not take. Right? So these are the stuff that I'm implementing into the teacup so you guys can have a better win ratio. Now, another thing that's being implemented this week is email notifications. No, the one right after, the nearest, the one right after. What's getting implemented this week are notifications. Yes, when the 4 and the 50 cross upward, the nearest teacup do not take. What's going to be implemented this week is email notifications. So you know how before you had to come into the scanner and they gave you notification. You have to actually come into the scanner to see what's going on. Now Now, when the teacup turns purple, you're going to get an email notification letting you know, listen, USD Swiss is a purple teacup. That means it's pending activation. So all you got to do is go into your scanner and get your sell limit price, your stop loss, and your take profit. Guys, the one after, when the 4 and the 50 cross, the nearest teacup after they cross up, that's the one you do not take. That's the one you do not take. The email notifications will be coming in. So now you guys can just don't have to be looking at the scanner all day to see which ones are about to trigger. You're going to get the notification via email. Via email. So you guys can't the email give you sell limit and stuff? No. Well, I don't know. You know what? That's a good question. I don't know if no, it's not going to give you the, you know, it's going to give, I think it's going to tell you just to go. Because remember, when you get a call from Swipe Trades, that's somebody personally giving you the call and sending it to you. So the scanner ain't going to personally give you the call. It's just going to let you know it's pending. So they can't do that. So that's going to be great. I know you guys are going to like that. So now what's going to happen is when you get this notification, you can just run to the scanner and put your sell limit price, your take profit, and your stop loss. So these are all the things. These are all the things. These are all the things that are coming with this scanner. So understand, from where the scanner was at the first day it came out to where it's at now is completely different. So you got the email notifications coming. You have the news coming, the news notes. You have the notification on the 4 and the 50, the pop-up. Right? So that's going to be something that you guys are going to love. You guys are going to love this. Now, yes, when the cup is pink, put your sell limit, stop loss, to take profit. When the 4 and the 50 cross on its way up, would have, well, yeah, look. What is the nearest teacup here? This is your nearest teacup, right here. When the 4 and the 50 crossed up, this was your nearest teacup, right here. The scanner gave you this teacup, not this teacup, this teacup. So yeah, I would have taken that. So this week, what's coming? Email notifications, the news, and email notifications are coming up this week. The 4 and the 50 pop-up notes should be coming out this week also. Right, the 4 and the 50 should be coming, notes should be coming this week also. Now, real quick, before I get out of here, because I have another call at 5, but before I get out of here, I'm gonna give you guys some notes, right? Some notes. Oh, another thing, I'm sorry. Yes, the update that is coming, the email notifications should be this week. The news, they're already implementing the words on the news. So the news clicker should be there by tomorrow, no later than Tuesday. So those are 2 more things being added to this, which is very important. The notes on the 4 and the 50 should also be added this week. And then this app is basically done. You know, this app is innovative. It's helping you make decisions on teacups, right? So now, you see this portal right here? Does everybody see this little guy right here on my screen? Does everybody see this guy on my screen right here? Let me click on this guy right here. So now, they gave me my own portal to make my own teacup calls so you guys could get via email. So now when I see a teacup that I like, right, on my own, right, that the scanner might have not picked up and I like, I'm able to put the entry price, submit it, whatever period it is, submit it. So once I submit it, the scanner is going to look at that pair and program obviously it's going to have the sell limit entry price, the take profit, and the stop loss. So you guys are going to get an email saying, hey, Lisaldo made a teacup call for Euro USD. This is the entry price. Go on the scanner to get your stop loss and take profit for that EU call. So when you go on the EU call on the scanner, when you go on EU on the scanner, it's going to give you the take profit and your stop loss, right? And those are my personal calls. Those are my personal calls. So if you guys don't know, right, I used to call, when I was doing my teacup sessions, when I started in May on IML TV, when I first started, I was giving out, not only was I teaching the teacup strategy, I was giving you calls, right? I was giving you calls. Now, in 5 months of me giving out calls, I gave out 149 calls, right? I gave out 149 calls live on IML TV. Live on IML TV. I gave out 149 calls. 138 of those 149 calls hit take profit. So just know when I give you a call, there's a 95% chance it's going to hit take profit.
So, Jesus.
So that's something that we added to the scanner, my little portal, so I can make calls. So once I see that you guys are starting to get the email notifications, once they tell me the email notifications is up and running, then I'm gonna start giving you guys calls also, right? So that's gonna be great.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Lisaldo. Awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
So now there's some things that I want you to understand before you even use the scanner, which is I'm gonna go over with, which is some things that I want you guys to understand. So I want you guys to take notes of this, right? Because it's some things that you guys need to know. Number one, right? Before you even take a teacup on the scanner, you must know how to trade teacups. Okay, somebody mute. I don't know. I hear some noise. Can somebody mute that line? I don't know. Before you even take a teacup, you have to know how to trade a teacup. You got to know the fundamentals of trading, right? Number one, you have to know what the 4 and 50 mean as it correlates with the teacup strategy. You know, you have to know the meaning of the 4 and the 50 moving average before you even take a teacup on the scanner. Number two, you have to know if news is coming out on the teacup that you're taking on the scanner, which again is going to be on the scanner now, so you guys can make it easier for yourself, right? So news, know what pending news is coming out, right? Number three, which is very important, the sell limit price that you either take on your own, as far as you take your own personal teacup or you take a teacup off the scanner, right? Go on the past and see if that sell limit price in the past was either a strong resistance before or a strong support, right? So if it was a strong support before, where when it came to that number, it bounced and went back up a couple of pips, 20, 30 pips, then came back down, bounced off it again, and went back up, you know, okay, wow, this sell limit here was once before a strong support. So that's another great confirmation that that's a good sell limit price. Or if it was a strong resistance before, that's also a good confirmation that it's a good sell limit price, right? If in the past it was a good resistance zone, right? So those are the confirmations. You got to know what the 4 and the 50 is. You got to know that there's pending news coming out, right? And do your due diligence and see what's going on. And you have to know if this sell limit price right here, let's say this sell limit price of 1.14696, go to your MT4 and draw a line at that price or your trading view, and then look at the history of that price and see if before, maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 months, 4 months, whatever, if at one time was a strong resistance or a strong support. That gives you another confirmation that, you know what, that's a good price for a teacup, because more than likely it's going to hit it and drop down. Yes, remember, if it's a strong support, that means it could be a strong resistance or a good resistance. At one point, it could have been a strong support. At one point, it could have been a strong resistance. And now you're taking it at the same level that it was once a strong resistance or a strong support. That means there's something there that makes it bounce back. So obviously, if it touches it for the teacup, it's going to make it bounce back. Another rule that you guys need to know, which is so important before you even taking anything on this. Rule number one is the 4 and the 50. You got to know what the 4 and the 50 means to the teacup strategy, right? Rule number two is pending news. Rule number three is making sure that that price was either a good sell, a good strong support or strong resistance before. Now, a big rule and something that you guys got to know, which is fundamentals of trading, right? Fundamentals of trading, for example, because a lot of people are making these mistakes. Let me give you an example right here. Okay, cool. Perfect example. Let's go to GU. If the scanner, right, calls a teacup for GU, right? If it calls a teacup for GU, that means that you're putting your money on the US currency to be stronger than the pound currency, right? Because teacups are sell limits, which in turn means that you're going with the currency pair on the right-hand side to be stronger than the currency pair on the left-hand side. Do we all understand this? When you take a sell or a sell limit, whenever you trade something, that means that you're saying that the currency pair on the right-hand side is stronger than the currency pair on the left-hand side. Do we all understand this, right? Put a 1 if you understand this. Cool. So now, if the scanner gives you a teacup for GU, right? And then it gives you a pending teacup for GU. If you take, listen, guys, you got to know this before you trade. If you don't know this, you should not be trading. When you're trading currency pairs, if you take a buy, that means that you're taking the currency pair on the left-hand side. You're saying that the currency pair on the left-hand side is stronger than the currency pair on the right-hand side, right? You have two currency pairs, one on the left, one on the right. If you buy, that means that you're saying that the currency pair on the left-hand side is going to be stronger than the currency pair on the right-hand side at the moment. So now if you're taking sell limits, you're saying that the currency pair on the right-hand side is going to be stronger than the currency pair on the left-hand side. So if you're taking a teacup sell limit for GU, you're saying that the dollar is going to be stronger than the pound, which is cool, right? Now, if the scanner gives you that, and now the scanner gives you a teacup on USD JPY at the same time, a pending activation on USD JPY at the same time, right? And you take it, you are basically saying that the dollar is going to be stronger than the yen, right? No, I'm sorry. You're saying that the yen is going to be stronger than the dollar because you're taking a teacup on USD JPY. So you're saying that the yen is going to be stronger than the dollar, right? Right or wrong, right? If you're taking a teacup on USD JPY, you're basically putting your money on JPY being stronger than the US dollar, right? You guys understand that, right? So now, think about it like this. If you have two teacups, or if you have two sell limit teacups placed, you place two teacup sell limits, one for GU and one for UJ, you're basically betting against yourself. Because if you're taking a teacup saying the dollar is going to be stronger than the pound, but yet you're going to come and take another teacup saying that the yen is stronger than the dollar, you're basically betting against yourself. You're going to break even. One's going to hit take profit, one's going to hit stop loss. Because if you're saying on one instance the dollar is strong, but then on another instance you're going to say the dollar is weak, then you're betting against yourself. Because normally what happens now, listen, once in a while, the dollar could be strong, and let's say the dollar, you have NU, GU, AU, EU, right? Where the dollar's all on the right-hand side, the dollar could be strong, but USD CAD could be in favor of CAD, right? And UJ could be in favor of the yen. That happens once in a while. But the percentages of that happening is less than the percentages of if the dollar is strong. That means every pair with the dollar, you're going to have to go with the dollar. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be taking one teacup with the dollar and then another teacup against the dollar. Just like you don't want to take one teacup against euro, right? And then the other teacup, take it going with euro. So this is where you have to look to see what currency pair at the moment is really strong, and then decide what teacup you're going to take, because you know what currency pair is stronger at the moment. If the pound is stronger for the day, let's say the pound's been strong for the last 2 days, and you know it's going to continue to be strong, right? Why would you take any teacup going against the pound? Because most of the pound pairs, except for one, is on the left-hand side. So if the scanner gives you six different teacups going against the pound, but you know the pound is strong, you know what? These are teacups I'm not going to take. Why? Because you have to use your common sense. The scanner, people, is a guide. What the scanner is doing is helping you identify teacups, but the scanner doesn't know when the 450 cross on its way up. The scanner doesn't know when news comes out, and the scanner doesn't know that it's giving you two teacups on the same currency pair, one for it to be strong and one for it to be weak. The scanner doesn't know this, so this is where common sense and using the human element comes into it. Remember, the scanner is a robot. So combine your human element with the robot to make your decision on what teacups to take. How can you tell if a currency pair is strong? Just look at the currency pair and go look at it. Look at all the pairs it's partnered up with and see where the direction is going. That's all you got to do. If the dollar, if EU, GU, NU, AU are all going down, that means the dollar is strong. So then UCAD should be going up 9 out of 10 times, and UJ 9 out of 10 times should be going up. Remember, guys, you still have to play your part in this. You can't come into this just expecting the scanner to do everything for you. The scanner is not a human element. Again, the scanner does not know when the 450 crosses up. The scanner doesn't know when news is coming out. The scanner doesn't know that's giving you teacups on cross pairs, where it's telling you the dollar's going to be strong at one time and the dollar's going to be weak at the same time. The scanner is only a robot picking out teacups for you. This is why I'm putting the news on the scanner. This is why I'm giving the notes on the 450 on the scanner. This is why I'm letting you know, and I'm going to put these notes on the scanner about the cross pairs, because you still have to use your human element to take these calls. If you're just going to focus on a computer to give you all the calls and you're just going to take every call that a scanner gives you, then you're not doing your due diligence to learn your craft or to learn this strategy. If you learn the rules of this strategy, when you come into taking these teacups from the scanner, you know, okay, you know what? This teacup is no good. This teacup is good. This teacup is no good. It's calling two teacups with the same currency pair, one for it to be weak, one for it to be strong. Let me look at all the currency pairs partnered up with it. Let me see where this currency pair is going, if it's weak or strong at the moment. Then I know what to take. You have to do all this, because if not, you're going to come up to me and do what? Complain about the app when you're not even doing your homework. I had a guy come to me on Thursday and said, hey, Lisaldo, I lost 3 teacups today that I took. I said, let me get the teacups. He sent me all the teacups. 2 of them, the 4 and the 50 moving average, crossed up. And the other one, news came out. So when I explained this to him, he was like, oh, I didn't know that I had to know all this. So basically, he just came here blind just to take calls without doing at least a little bit of homework, the due diligence of knowing what you're taking. It's like if somebody gives you a signal, before you take a signal I give you, before you take a signal that Swipe Trade gives you, look at the signal they're giving you and understand why they're giving it to you. And if you don't agree, then you don't take it. But just don't take a signal just to take it. Because you might look at the charts differently than the person giving out the signal. So all that comes into play. All that comes into play when you're going to use the scanner. So before you use the scanner, know the rules of teacup, study the teacup, learn the teacup strategy. Because if you learn it and you know everything about the teacup strategy, you're going to know when you look at the scanner, okay, you know what, the scanner doesn't know that the 450 just crossed. I'm not taking that one. News is coming out. I'm gonna wait on this one. It's calling a bunch of cross pairs. I know I'm not gonna take this one. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, we're adding other brokers to it. I think we're gonna add the same brokers that the scanner, the regular scanner, the harmonic scanner already has. I'm gonna send that to Clive. I'm gonna email it to him after this call, and he's gonna send it to the leaders, and you guys should have it by tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm gonna email it to him right after this. So, in turn, you guys have to put your part. You know, I could bring you to the well every day. I could bring you to the well every day, but I can't make you drink the water. I can walk you or drive you to the well every day, but I can't make you drink the water. You have to meet me 50-50 when it comes to the scanner. Because I'm telling you right now, this scanner, if you know the teacup strategy, this scanner and you know the rules, this scanner will make you 6 figures every year. You will make 6 figures off this scanner every year if you know the teacup. If you just study the teacup strategy, you know the rules, you know the nuance of the teacup strategy, you know what to look for, you will make 6 figures off the scanner. I guarantee you, you will make 6 figures off the scanner. I had a guy, 6 figures, over 100,000. That's 6 figures. I had a guy who's about to get on IMO TV. He's going to be the next educator. He's I'm not going to spoil it for him. I'll let him announce it. I had him. He told me, and I didn't know this. He told me this on Friday. He made a $500 account just for teacups, right? Since the app came out. Since the app came out, he's taken the 500 to 9,000, and it's only been 2 weeks since the app came out. In total, like 20 days, 18 days, 20 days since the app came out. Right? I had a guy from Nigeria. As a matter of fact, I had a guy from Nigeria today tell me, since he started doing teacups and he learned it back in May when I started, he has taken a $1,000 account to 50,000. I didn't know that. He told me this today. He started with me since I've been on IMO TV, and he's learned the teacup strategy since May. He's taken a $1,000 account to 50,000. How cool is that? So you don't think with the scanners help picking up teacups, but him knowing which ones not to take, which ones to take, he's not going to make even more money? Because even, listen, even with the scanner, and this is scary, guys. Guys, this is scary. Think about this. Even with the scanner, not knowing about the news coming out, not knowing about cross pairs, not knowing about the 4 and the 50 moving average, not knowing about the teacups that they're calling, if it was a prior good, strong support or strong resistance. Do you know that the scanner right now is 83% right now on calls? With all that. So imagine if you bring that into the scanner with what you know, the scanner will be 90 to 95% for you guys. And also what we're implementing, that should be on maybe next week, we're going to implement a log. So at the end of the week, right? At the end of the week, you can go for yourself, because I want to be transparent with you guys. Because I want to be transparent with you guys. At the end of the week, you're going to be able to click on the log. It's going to be, I don't know how they're going to put it on the thing, but you're going to be able to click, right? It's going to be a log sheet for the week. It's going to let you know all the teacups that triggered, the ones that hit stop loss, and the ones that hit take profit. So you guys can have the numbers for yourself. I don't want to be a guy that throws out numbers and you're like, well, where is this? I don't see it. So you guys yourself are going to be able to log in, and at the end of the week, look at all the teacups for that week, the ones that triggered, the ones that had take profit, and the ones that had stop loss.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's huge. Great job you're doing, Lisaldo. Let's go.
You know, I'm making this app where you guys have everything you need. You have all the tools to be successful. I just need you to put in a little bit of work and know what you're doing with the teacup strategy. And you guys, I'm telling you, will make a fortune off this strategy. Because that's my goal, is to create, I want to create 1,000 to 5,000 six-figure earners within the next year from when this app launches for real, October 25th. So are you going to be one of those people to make 6 figures off this app? Are you going to be one of those people?
Lisaldo.
Yes.
You would say, so as I'm listening to you talking, which I love, people must educate themselves, but also just by utilizing the scanner itself on a regular basis, it's a great tool for them to use to just go ahead and just get the trade. And all they got to do is go back and confirm it based on what you're saying.
Yes.
Wow.
If you take 5 minutes out your day, when you're going to place that sell limit for that teacup, if you take 5 minutes after that to just look at the things that I told you, look at the 4 and the 50, look if his news comes out, look at if it was a strong support or strong resistance. Look, make sure that you're not taking the same teacup for another pair against it. If you do that, before you place that sell limit, you will be 90% successful. Trust me when I tell you.
Wow, wow. So combining education with the scanner is powerful. That's awesome. That's awesome. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Awesome. It's simply phenomenal. Thank you so much, Lisaldo. We celebrate you.
I appreciate you guys. Listen, guys, I cannot thank you enough for getting me on this call. I really appreciate everybody from Nigeria, everybody from Africa that was on this call. There's probably thousands of people on this call. I love you guys. Thank you. Let's do a follow-up call in 2 weeks and let's get this going. I wish you nothing but success. Let's make millionaires off this app.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lisaldo, Mr. Clive. Thank you so much for putting this together. We celebrate your leadership. We thank you for your selfless sacrifice, ensuring that Nigerian is successful, ensuring we get this education. Mr. Francis, I celebrate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Mr. Idowu. Mr. Lisaldo, we appreciate your time so much. Thank you for taking out the time. Thank you for dishing out this knowledge. We will keep a date with you in the next 2 weeks, like you've said. Thank you, Mr. Clive, Mr. Francis. I celebrate you. Mr. Francis, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Uriel, phenomenal leader. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for service. Thank you for ensuring that we win here in the Nigerian space. Thank you for all you've done to ensure that we get to where we are here in Nigeria. I celebrate you. Mr. Clive, thank you so much for putting this call together, reaching out to Mr. Lisaldo, finding it needful for Nigeria to get the necessary knowledge to win and get to the next level. You're a phenomenal leader. I totally celebrate you. And Mr. Idowu is not on this call right now, maybe for internet reasons. Mr. Idowu, are you here on the call? Mr. Idowu, are you on the call?
Yes, I'm still on the call.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lisaldo. We celebrate you. In 2 weeks' time, you can be sure that we're more than grateful to have you on this call again. Thank you for so much information you brought to the space. We celebrate you. For Mr. Mayo Wolabi, we celebrate you, Mr. Mayowa, for what you're doing, for the leadership you're bringing to the table. Chairman 25 Loading, thank you so much. Buki Oshinawa, I don't know if she's on this call. Buki Oshinawa, Mayowa, can we get Buki Oshinawa on the call? Is she on the call? Or has she left the call? Mr. Mayowa?
She's not in yet.
Okay, thank you so much for what you do, Mr. Mayowa. We celebrate you, phenomenal leader, for the value you bring to the space. Thank you so much for standing tall and ensuring we all win. For all the leaders on the call, we can bring God, Mr. Kokola, Talatu Chinoko, Blessing Elkanen, all the leaders on the call, Oludaya Deni, all the leaders on the call across board, across IML Nigeria. We celebrate, we love you all for standing tall, and we know together we can actually achieve more. Thank you so much. Mr. Clive, I'd like you to round up this call tonight. Thank you so much for what you do for the Nigerian leadership. Thank you, sir, Mr. Clive. Over to you.
Well, I don't want to say much because I know Mr. Lisaldo got to go, but Mr. Lisaldo, once again, We appreciate you. And I also appreciate the leadership of Mr. Francis, because, guys, the truth of the matter is, Mr. Francis was the spearhead of this. You know, he wanted to really find something to really help these people. And he brought my attention to either Mr. Lisaldo about doing a potential call like this. And the beauty about it, when you combine the education aspect of this with the teacup, with all the leaders we got there, Mr. Myra, one of the top traders, that's going to be iMarket Life Africa, spearheading iMarket Life Africa. Mr. Lisaldo, this gentleman right here, Mr. Myra, is an absolute beast when it comes to trading. Beast.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's what I like to hear.
And I'm not exaggerating, absolute beast. And he's going to be one of the gentlemen that's going to be help spearheading iMarket Life Africa. I just want to give it up for each and every one of them. All the leadership, Mr. Uriel, the pioneer, one of the co-founder of really getting this going in Nigeria. Mr. Idu, absolutely phenomenal. I call him a beast mode leader. This guy take no nonsense. And of course, Miss Bookie. Oh my gosh. All the chairmen and all the top leaders, guys. I can't keep going because I know Mr. Lisaldo got to go. But Mr. Francis, my brother, I love you from another mother. Man, take care of yourself, man. We're going to talk after this is wrapped up. Guys, God bless you guys. Take care and good night.
Good night, everyone.
All righty.